Can someone clap on if I count down from 3, just to have some kind of sync point?
Ruben can clap.
Anyone want to?
Fine, I'll clap. I'll fucking
so
clap.
So 3, 2, 1, clap, yeah?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. How did you do it?
Yeah, it was a pretty weak clap. You got some,
I think your mic filtered it.
I heard another clap as well as I did it.
Oh, that was me.
All right.
Did you do it?
Tim, did you do one?
No, I heard a clap.
Yeah, that was me clapping.
It was a bit of a weak clap. I sort of.
Okay, yeah. I thought Discord might have filtered it or something.
Also, maybe if I. Oh, fuck it, it'll be fine this time.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Fucking garbage clap.
Why is it so quiet?
I'm getting green circled. Look, I tell you what. Look, right, here we go. Gonna fucking bust this shit wide open. Automatically minus 100 dB. Automatically determine input sensitivity. See that?
There you go. Yeah, that sounds like a good one. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
It better not be fucking filtering this bullshit out.
But I'm sure I'll manage. But it's probably just making it way harder.
It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. This mic interface is off, man. So I can't even do anything with it.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gents, and welcome to Corncast 23. I'm your host, Alex, joined as always by Dingle.
Who the fuck is that?
I just wanted to see
for
who
real.
claimed it.
For real this
Ruben
time.
claimed it. Ruben's Dingle.
I don't want to be Dingle. I don't want to be Dingle.
We got the dad from Inside Out, James.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, and night.
And last but not least, Audio Jungle Jim.
Yeah, what's up? Today I'm feeling kind of I'm feeling kind of riled.
Oh, it's back. 2021's a new year. A new beast.
The year of the riled.
Year of the riled.
Yeah, year of the riled.
I'm feeling pretty riled.
Yeah, I am too, actually. To such a degree where I feel like this episode needs to be something fresh, something different that we haven't done before. Instead of, some kind of well, it's still a structure, but a different one. Seeing as 2020 is over now, we're into a new year, we thought we'd commit this episode to kind of rounding off our 2020s and notable stuff, be it, movies, music, podcasts, whatever we want to mention. Just talk about that, be chill. We'll save the Reddit questions that were for this episode's thread for a double Reddit episode next time, so do not fear if you had a question that you wanted answered. But so yeah, I don't know how we're going to organize this. Yeah, actually, shout out to the Jar Media Reddit because they've been on point again. Making the banner this time is just copied from the R Gaming banner. It's just the same picture, saved and put up there.
I'm gonna have to look at it now. For fuck's sake.
Yeah. And the rules are currently the kind of gamer rules from the intro of last episode.
Oh my god, they're gonna make me cring.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the rules are still I'm a big dog, big bear.
Oh really? When I was looking at it earlier, I swear it's something else. Yeah, Jar Media rules. Number 1, I'm more than just some geek. Number 2, I rescued the princess, and so on and so forth.
Oh my god, that's... Okay, well, I'll look on mobile. Maybe it's different. God knows.
So I wanted to start with... I figured we should start with movies. I think it's probably the ones we have least of. I went to the cinema once in 2020, which was to see Tenet. I risked my life for fucking Tenet. I think Jim came with me too.
You think?
Yeah, you did, right? It's been a long year, right? Fuck, I can't pinpoint anything.
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah, right as I was starting to get into going to the cinema a bit more as well, this kind of comes around, so that's been kind of fucked. But yeah, so how should we do this? Should we sort of go round robin and just take turns with just throw something out there and see what happens. I'll lead us off with probably my favorite thing I've seen in 2020, which is the fucking Pepe the Frog documentary. Feels good, man. It's a meme movie. You'd like it, Jim, being the fucking meme chat master or whatever.
Yeah.
It's genuinely a really interesting documentary about the whole the 4chan side, and like an artist creating something innocent and then it being adopted into this symbol of hatred and just and the reclaiming of it too. I'd recommend that to everyone. And someone else want to throw one out there just to break it up a bit? Ruben, give me something.
What did I watch? Let me just refer to the good list. I watched the Sonic movie.
Doesn't have to be good. Yeah, there you go.
That was alright. It was ages ago now. It was actually pre-COVID that I watched it, but it was this year. Well, not pre-COVID. It was pre-lockdown that I watched it. But it was 2020. We're not even in 2020. It was 2020, and I was just like, yeah, man. For a fucking kids animated film that is a video game adaptation, so already it's it has the potential to be utter garbage into on account of both its things it's coming from. I was sort of came away from it that was actually there were some jokes that were funny, and some of the set piece sequences are really impressive in terms of VFX work.
It was more true to Sonic,
Yeah.
For me, I was more intrigued by the potential of what the sequel is, because I want to see proper Jim Carrey Eggman and the whole cringy Sonic crew ensemble. So that's teased at the end, isn't it? Spoilers, but
I'm very curious about what he's going to do. I mean, he was the one making most of the said jokes. I was something about spitting out. I was spitting out formulas before you were spitting out formula. Here's some weird joke about breast milk feeding.
Yeah, he had some right lines actually. What do you think of Sonic's voice?
That's right. Whatever,
Would you have preferred just the Ezio guy to actually just do it?
Probably not. I think maybe there are two Sonics. It's a tale of two Sonics now. And one can inform the other. But I don't think. I think I'm okay with there being a cinematic Sonic voice actor and a video game.
It's just
Sonic
weird because
voice actor.
the guy who voices him, is he a big appeal? Maybe he's in Parks and Rec, I think. So maybe in America he's got a big appeal. I don't know. He did a fine job as Sonic, I guess.
Yeah, it was okay. It was ages ago now though. So, but then it was only one of 3 films I watched, so I guess it has stayed in memory based on that.
Jim, throw one out there.
A movie. This isn't a 2020 movie. Well, actually, one of them is, I guess. I watched both Borats.
Oh yeah. What did you think?
Oh, one of them is a 2020 movie.
Yeah. I just realised. Borat 1 very funny. Obviously, it's a movie where all the jokes already, because it's so deep in pop culture.
Yeah.
But, the sequel, surprisingly good. And the commentary, really interesting stuff they show. And
it needed the COVID situation to happen. It was just so it seemed like everything was lining up for that character to come back, and just with the election and COVID, there's so the political climate was absolutely nuts. Or is still nuts.
Yeah.
So it was perfect timing.
Yeah, and clearly it's managed with the sequel to achieve the same thing as the first one in terms of pop culture, notoriety.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen the first one, but I do remember it being funnier.
Yeah, I do. I think it's better and funnier.
Yeah, it's been so long. I'll have to revisit that at some point.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I liked what was the second one called again? So it had some ridiculously long title, which was part of the joke.
Yeah, it's called Subsequent Movie Film or something.
That's right.
Good name, funny name, very memey.
As far as movies from 2020, I want to shout out that are really, really good that are worth checking out. Sound of Metal with Riz Ahmed is one I saw
I
a
actually
few
want to
weeks
watch
ago.
that film. It's one of the only films I've been like, yeah, I want to watch that about.
Yeah, it's just a really good drama about someone losing their hearing, and he's in America, so getting any sort of surgery on his ears is a huge task and everything. And I won't say anything more. It's one of those movies I just recommend watching. The Riz Ahmed, I think, is just a great performer in anything he's in. So that's a big shout out from me on that one. I think it's coming out on Amazon soon, so on Prime, so anyone can check that out. Now, James, I know you didn't see too many movies this year, but is there anything you want to throw out there in terms of?
Yes. I haven't watched any movies of this year. Of all the medias, I find movies the most difficult to watch. But I made effort to watch 3 movies, all of which are 2 of them are unbelievably famous, and the third is pretty old. So I watched Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Really old.
Oh yeah, cool.
One of the famous westerns, and I fucking love it. It's so fucking good. There's so much style to it, and it's slow, but in that old kind of western way, it's still got. There's so much there, and it's a
like
great
an atmosphere and a mood. Yeah.
It's also got very great soundtrack. So I would recommend that to anyone who actually does like western stuff. There's a lot of influence of things like Red Dead to Butch Cassidy, so it's definitely worth a watch if you can see it. And the other 2 I have mentioned before is The Godfather Part 1 and Full Metal Jacket. I don't even know what to say about
Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah,
because I think I might have watched that this year too. Actually, you just trigger in a memory because I hadn't seen that one before. Yeah, that's an excellent movie.
It's the first time I've actually ever watched a Vietnam era movie. For being someone.
Oh, yeah. You always reference it all the time. Was that I always presumed you just watched all of them. That was about it. I was like, yeah, James's movies, Vietnam. He's watched those.
I that's the first one I'd seen, and it's generally difficult to actually talk about that movie. It's just so fucking good. It's the same with The Godfather. They're both
most things you could say have been said by millions of people for years.
They're both incredible experiences, and just watch them. They're long, especially The Godfather.
Godfather is long.
I watched The Godfather this year. Actually, I've watched.
I did. I watched the whole trilogy.
I didn't. I just watched the first one.
Have you ever seen 3?
No, I was always told not to bother. So I didn't.
Don't.
I just was told
they just released
a
tweaked version. I wouldn't say it's like a ruin case scenario because those first 2 are just. They're basically perfect, and you can easily ignore the third. It would be different if the second one was like the shit one or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Godfather 1 and 2, of course, are classics. Seeing as you brought up Butch Cassidy, I might as well throw out Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which I'd somehow never seen before. But I mean, it's awesome when one of those types of movies is like. It's the same with like 2001 and all those kind of movies. When you throw them on and you just see immediately why they are embedded into pop culture in the way they are. So many great fucking scenes and the music. And again with all the Red Dead stuff, and I just love westerns so much, and that's the quintessential one really, so big props to that one. You like that, don't you, Jim?
Yeah, it's one of my favourite films of all time.
Because we actually checked out I've been drinking White Russians, so my memory's eluding me. But the the fuck, do you remember what it was called, Jim? The other Sergio Leone.
Yeah, this is pissing me off actually.
Once Upon a Time in the West.
Yeah.
Because I kept wanting to say a million ways to die in the West.
Don't talk about that.
That one was really good as well.
Totally different movie. Yeah.
What did you think of that one, Jim, compared to Good, the Bad?
Yeah, just an awesome film. The thing I love about Sergio's westerns is you get that real sense of grime. Like, as much as it's badass and you sort of want to be the main character and stuff, you just don't want to live in that time. Like, everyone is filthy. You can almost smell the movies.
Well, And there's just like hordes of people just going around in groups, just pillaging and stealing, and it's a horrible time, really.
Yeah, horrible.
What's cool about that one is I think it was actually shot in America as opposed to in Europe.
Yeah, that's right.
They had that scenery,
Yeah,
that you'd expect to see.
and that movie, more so than any of the others I've seen, sort of delves into the actual grimier themes of that time.
Yeah, it's very complex in that way. Because I don't know, with some older films, like especially the more like John Wayne type westerns, where it's like very, very simple sort of, goodies and baddies type shit. The Sergio Leone ones have way more going on in terms of that sort of stuff. So.
There's one John Wayne film, The Searchers, where his character is just an open, like outward racist. And I think there's some discussion around the director, whose name is escaping me, sort of framed his character that way on purpose. Because it's like, yeah, John Wayne's a racist. The guy is a racist, so his character's a racist, and you're going to see him be a racist.
Damn.
The Searchers. It's one of those ones they made us watch in our course. It's like, we're going to watch a Western, and it's like, but it's not one of the fun ones.
Yeah. I've got 2 more movies to shout out. The extended version of Midsommar I saw earlier in the year. Really fucking good. Adds a lot of context that was missed from the original cut. It does make it a bit longer, but if it's good shit, I don't mind. That's one I would recommend. Has anyone else here seen Midsommar? I know it's way too scary for you, James.
Yeah,
you hate horror movie shit, but
I've seen the normal Midsommar.
yeah, do you like Midsommar?
Yeah, Midsommar's awesome. I do think Hereditary is better, but yeah, they're both just awesome films.
And my final one is Tokyo Story. I only watched it because Ralph the Movie Maker recommended it on Sardonicast, but it's one that's really stuck with me. And I think you'd like it, James. Just seeing Tokyo in the 50s is really interesting. And it's got all these like parental and kid expectation stuff going on. It is worth going back and watching that one, even though, sometimes older films it feels like more of a slog sometimes. just the concept of it, just everything was so different, but that's one that is timeless. So
sounds good.
Jim, you got any others to throw out there?
Yeah, I want to bring up Parasite, because I watched that just a month or 2 ago.
Yeah, I think that was released in January of 2020 in the UK or something, so
yeah, so
it might count.
But
yeah, fuck it, that counts.
I find like especially post-COVID, like film watching, the majority of it is going to be like on Netflix or something, not in the cinema.
Yeah.
So for a movie to like grab your attention and hold it, and you don't like have to look at your phone once because it's engaging you 100% of its runtime, I think is quite an impressive thing. And that movie, like, I sat down and could not stop watching it.
And it only gets better.
Yeah.
The more times you see it too. I think I've seen it 2 or 3 times now, and yeah, it's pretty impeccable.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, Ruben?
No, I started watching it. I got an hour in, and I just paused it and didn't go back because it just happens.
Yeah.
I might. I mean, I was thinking I might watch some more. I might catch up now at the start of the year.
Yeah, I think it's like a perfect movie. I can't think of a single flaw in that movie.
Yeah, the dynamic of that main family is like so interesting.
Yeah, and the way you don't root for the characters, but at the same time you do. Like, you know what they're doing is wrong.
Because they're like a victim of circumstance sort
yeah,
of thing, aren't they?
You totally understand the choices they make up until the last few.
And they're really like clever.
Yeah.
And intuitive. And what they do is, and just the multiple ways the title comes into play as well. It's so clever.
Yeah, that was the main thing, because for the first half, I really didn't understand what it meant by parasite, and then it all starts coming together.
When it all clicks, yeah, because I just thought, because he did that movie The Host, which is about like a monster thing coming out of the ocean.
Yeah.
I I've only seen that once a very long time ago, but just seeing the title Parasite, I thought it was going to be more, about like a monster movie or something like
That's
that.
what
But
I
it
assumed from
isn't.
the very get-go.
Yeah,
obviously,
I think it's
as more was
intentionally
said
so.
about it, I realised, like, oh right, it's like a social commentary thriller.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
at
it's
all
got
what
way
I
more
thought.
going on. Anyone have any other movies to throw out there?
Hubie Halloween. Hubie Halloween was a delight. I thoroughly enjoyed watching that film. Yeah, it had genuine. It was so brisk. It didn't have time to be annoying, and it was like Adam Sandler, but in like a cute way, not in a obnoxious. I'm just paying for a holiday for the boys way.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually quite enjoyed it. Actually quite enjoyed it. Oh, and The Kissing Booth too, which genuinely is one of the worst films I've ever seen. Like in the realistic bounds, not like the amazing bulk realm. It's just, but in the realm of like normal movies, Kissing Booth 1 and 2.
Is that another Adam Sandler film?
No, it's a Netflix original, but it has like some of just the
geez.
worst like social or socio-political shit going on. It's so horrible. I was gonna say it's politics, but it's not political. It's just like sexist and fucking horrid the whole way.
Really? Fuck.
But it's sexist in that way, like where it's really sad and cynical. I'm gonna stop talking about it in a moment, but this is how girls behave. Do you understand that, girls? It's like really appealing to a TikTok generation, and it makes me sound old as shit.
Yeah,
but it is because I kept saying this movie is just like a string of TikTok jokes, like stuck together. It's just like or Instagram comedy just strung together. Sorry.
Oh no. Sounds fucking awful.
Especially the first one, which is really guilty of it. The second one's a bit more of a film, but yeah, it's horrible in what it's promoting. So watch it.
Yeah, as far as awful shit, probably the worst thing I saw so far from 2020 is Artemis Fowl. I remember like reading the book as a kid and being quite into it, and it's like a creative fantasy world. But God, it's the fucking. I'm trying to remember the director's name. That British guy who's in Dunkirk.
Oh,
hang on.
What, Kenneth Branagh?
Yeah, Kenneth Branagh. Yeah. Like such a sleepy job with like some of the worst special effects stuff I've seen in a while for like a project of that scale and size, because it's like a given with Disney shit at this point. Like you have all the fucking money in the world, at least make your movies look good, make it look worth it.
We've seen examples of their pretty great VFX even in just like TV shows. For example, The Mandalorian.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll come out very soon.
The only thing I want to say is I nearly noted Artemis Fowl even though I hadn't seen it, just because I was like, we could talk about it because it was just so like famous, notoriously bad.
Did you see the memes of like the Olaf from Frozen like eating? He can like stretch his mouth out. He's like a dwarf. Dwarves in that universe can like eat dirt and like dig like moles or some shit.
I did not see that.
It's kind of a blur. It's fucking horrible though. It was being memed pretty hard.
Sounds terrible. I'm going to lead us off for TV because it's on my list. The first thing I wrote down was just Mandalorian.
Yeah, it's on mine too. Is it on yours, Jim?
Yep.
Yeah, speaking of the Western stuff, like,
yeah,
I love the Western influence on it.
Because I don't want to sound like that meme where you're an enjoyer or a fan. Like, I'm a Mandalorian. I don't know where I stand with it, because it is pretty fucking ridiculous in places where it's like, this is just fan service, but I'm really enjoying this bollocks.
There is a way to do fan service in a way that doesn't feel condescending. Episode 9 feels condescending, like fan service.
I'm trying to remember.
It's more loving in Mando.
Oh, you mean, I thought you meant the ninth episode of Mando.
Oh, no, I'm sorry,
Star
I meant,
Wars episode.
the fuck's it called? Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah.
When Woody, fucking Chewie's getting his, like, medal and shit at the end. It's like, fuck you. What the hell has that got to do with this story, goddammit?
I only watched half of that film, and then I've just vowed to not finish it.
Oh, so you haven't even seen the medal scene?
I just thought it was really bad.
Yep. But yeah, there's people are pretty happy with Mando. Like Star Wars fans seem to be coming around. on the idea. I don't know where it's gonna, because you finished it very recently, didn't you, Ruben?
Yeah, I finished it only like 5 days ago.
Yeah, but do you agree that it feels quite conclusive? And I'm not really sure how they're going to continue it.
Yeah, no, I don't have any idea what they're going to do with that show. I'm not sure, because they have to. Yeah, you can't. Obviously, I don't really want to spoil it or anything. It's just.
Yeah.
It's just like.
Yeah, I don't need to spoil anything, but. Yeah, but on the jar video Jim and I put out for that, we said we almost liked that concept more. Where it's like, well, now no matter what, there's just this cool story in 2 seasons that can't be ruined in the same way.
Yeah, instead of it being 5 seasons and they're just constantly adding more roadblocks or something between one thing and another, or just like filler episodes. I don't really want to. Can't really spoil it. So
don't bother. Yeah, if you want a full thing on that, there's the As Good As They Say we put out a week ago or so. If we're on Star Wars though, I gotta whip out Clone Wars. That's the 2020 thing for me.
Put it back. Whip it.
Actually
whip it
going
back
in.
Away. Whip it away.
It all began with it's Wikipedia's fault, and it's I started by reading the Watto wiki, and it just didn't stop from there. It opened the floodgates. It went from the Watto wiki to the Toydarian wiki to the Mandalore wiki to the Count Dooku wiki. Like, it just, and then from like I just had to go into the Clone Wars once it was being integrated into Mandalorian, and I do enjoy it. Has some cringe shit in there, but I'm pretty sure the last season was released in 2020. Maybe early 2020 or something.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So I think that actually counts, and that's another thing. Order 66 and all that shit. I just like the way that's being used in the expanded stuff at the moment. It's way better than in the actual film. There's way more shit going on, like actual like story beats you'd expect with the like emotional kind of payoff that isn't in the film proper, but. James, do you have any TV you want to throw out there?
Yes, TV-wise, I watched a Netflix documentary about the 5 families of New York called Fear the City. Really high production value, great interviews of ex-mob people, and it's all about how the FBI actually took down the mob, and it's really fucking interesting on how they basically bugged and tried to get the bosses. Really high production. I would really recommend watching it.
You were giving me these great segues, because, sorry to interrupt you, but probably my number one 2020 thing is The Sopranos. You always hear about how it's like one of the best shows ever, and I ever since watching it, I can't stop thinking about that show. Talking about that Red Dead, like GTA influence and like going back from there. Holy fuck, did it inspire like Red Dead, and this idea of like a gang kind of out of time that is like slowly being torn apart because it just can't really work in modern society anymore, and all this kind of shit, and with the therapy stuff in GTA 5, and it's so fucking good. I'd recommend everyone watch Sopranos at some point, but if you want to jump back, James, I kind of stole the mic away.
No, but like, I recommended this documentary because it is just really fascinating, and it's 3 episodes, like 40 minutes. It's just worth to quickly watch.
I didn't know that was a thing. I'm gonna have to watch this.
But it's actually like done like a proper thing. It's not like one of those really cheap documentaries where they're like recreating scenes of like cheap actors. It's just all actual footage and like interviews with actual like mob people. So it's just so good. I don't even know how to talk about it. It's just a really good documentary.
Is that what you were saying about the other week? Because I assumed it was like a YouTube video or something you're talking about. It's like a Netflix show. It's
a proper Netflix directed documentary, and it's absolutely incredible. And that documentary sparked a lot of what I've watched, which I will get into, like just because of mob stuff. I'm like, I've gone into a real big mob phase. Like after I watched that, I did The Godfather. And then I watched these 2 YouTubers, who I will mention shortly. But other than that, I'm going to include this in TV because it is TV. Coinciding with the Cyberpunk release, I went back and watched Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. And it is, without a doubt, the best anime series ever.
Really?
Everything about it is like 10 out of 10 quality-wise. There's no drop.
Finally, we know his favorite anime. Finally.
Do you think I'd like it?
Answer.
Yeah, it's hard to say, I think, because it's just there's a lot of things you don't like about anime, so it's hard to say because I've just watched so much of it. But this is the best because there's a plot that goes through the 26 episodes. There's no filler episodes. Every episode that doesn't focus on the main story goes into a different part of the world. It's so good. I've saved the soundtrack on Spotify. That's how it's got a proper soundtrack. What anime series has an actual developed soundtrack? That's how fucking good that show is.
How's the animation?
This came out. Let me just check. I just want to check when it actually.
Was it 90s or?
The standalone complex, which is the TV series.
2000s.
It came out in 2002, and the early 2000s era was the ugliest animation style ever. You know that anime style with huge eyes, tiny mouths. That's the 2000s. But the animation in standalone complex is fucking incredible by today's standards. The
Awesome.
CG stuff is well implemented, and the hand-drawn stuff is incredible. The sound design, everything about it is incredible. I can't praise this show enough. It's fucking incredible. That's basically all the TV I've watched.
See, I think that's one of the first times I've heard you speak about anime, really passionately and eloquently about it. Just being I ironically love it. It's shit, and I love it. You're actually this is great, and everyone should watch it. Not fucking Evangelion. Well, I don't even know if you like it. I still don't know if you like Evangelion.
See, the thing with Evangelion, it's just I've kind of 4chan has made me like it. I don't actually like it, but it's just I've memed it so much where it's just I now like it's like the prequels. You just like
so.
it.
Yeah.
But
It is considered the anime though, isn't it? This one I need to rewatch. I think I was too young when I watched it the first time.
It's like Ghost in the Shell to Evangelion. Evangelion's not fun to watch. You might get this deep meaning, but there's no fucking enjoyment. There's no reason to watch it. But Ghost in the Shell
remembers the cricket sound effects.
Yeah, that
Or
constantly.
the cicadas or whatever.
Ghost in the Shell doesn't have that because it knows what it's trying to do. So it doesn't leave you hanging on bullshit for fucking episodes. Because once they've got this idea and they've used it up, they give you an episode that's completely different that explores something else. And the fucking dibbies in Ghost in the Shell actually fucking explore the best thing about Ghost in the Shell.
Really?
The whole meaning of Ghost in the Shell is explored through fucking dibbies.
Fuck.
Having a show where there's these high-pitched fucking dibbies that aren't just fucking comedic, a comedic excuse. They're actually vital to the story and the world. That's saying a lot about a fucking anime.
Where can you watch that? Is it on Crunchyroll?
It's on Funimation, another fucking anime streaming site.
God damn it.
But I have the account, obviously. But it's taking all of the best things from the movie and making it into a very, very enjoyable TV series. Because the movie is great. The animation is great, the music's great, the atmosphere is great. But there's no content. There's no actual story. So if you put all of that into a really high-budget TV series, you actually get something really fucking good.
You've just triggered a memory. We had the VHS of the film. My dad just got it. I guess he just thought maybe the boys are like this, and I was 7, so I didn't really get it. And we didn't ever finish it because we didn't understand it, and the subtitles and shit. Just immediately as a 7-year-old, I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. We had it. Fuck knows where that is now, but I hadn't thought about that in quite a long time. That's weird.
That movie is great, I will say. It is a very pretty movie, but it's not fun.
Yeah, I made the fucked up mistake of watching the Scarlett Johansson one first.
Yeah.
So then I watched the original after, and I was just so done with the whole thing. So that's another one I need to revisit with fresh eyes.
if Cyberpunk's just come out, loads of people are probably disappointed with it. And if you want a Cyberpunk fix, there's nothing better than Standalone Complex. That's what I'll end this on. It is when you think of anime, it should be one of the ones you think about because it's that good.
Okay. Jim, do you have any?
I've only got one other TV show, and it's Mr. Robot.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I haven't finished it. I'm like 2 episodes into season 3. But
okay, nice. You enjoying
Jesus Christ, it might be. It's getting up there in my favorite like streaming service TV shows of all time.
Yeah, I've seen the first 3 seasons 3 times, and the 4th season 2 times. I haven't really rewatched that many shows that aren't comedies.
Yeah.
But it is one of those. If you get through season 1 and aren't hooked, I'd be surprised. You know.
Yeah, I totally see how it is rewatchable as well. Because is it spoilers to say that something has twists in it? But it does, you know.
Yeah, just don't obviously spoil.
Yeah. But yeah, the show. It's been a while since a show has had me like this hooked.
And it's nice and fairly short too. It's only 4 seasons.
Yeah, another thing I really appreciate.
10 to 12, 13 episodes a season, so
yeah,
it's really manageable.
Knowing that the end is in sight with a TV show is like quite
huge
And it's a
relief.
really good ending too. It's not like a disappointing like Lost style ending. But cool. I can't wait to talk to you about the where it goes. But you should have another one, Jim, with The Boys.
Oh yeah, of
Boys
course.
Season 2 came out.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Boys, Ruben?
Yeah, I watched The Boys.
Oh, what did you think?
I thought it was really good. I'd watched season 1 sort of shortly after that came out, so I was anticipating season 2. I was just waiting for it to. I waited till it all came out and just watched it across like 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah, I wish I'd done that.
And it was. I thoroughly enjoyed watching it that way. I prefer it with that sort of, I guess, more comparable to watching a film experience. Yeah, I really like what The Boys is about. I like its sort of anti-corporation, what if supers were pieces of shit like everyone else in the world. I really like that.
Homelander is such a fucking good character. He's so maniacal.
Well, that's the thing. He's absolutely fucking awful. But then at times you're kind of like, well, then again, kind of like what Homelander's doing here.
Yeah, because it is the like absolute power corrupts absolutely thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's of course what a human would become if there was just no roadblocks to their potential.
If there were no roadblocks.
No Roblox. They had no Robux left. If they had no Robux left, that's what a human would become.
I would like to say, if you do want to hear our opinions on The Boys Season 2, there is a video that you can watch. So check that out.
Yeah, thanks, James.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Go watch IGN's opinion or something.
Yeah.
Good.
And there should be another one, Jim, and Ruben as well, with Jimmy McGill. Fuck, Better Call Saul.
Fuck.
Was that this year?
Last year?
Yeah, I think it was April.
Yeah, that sounds right. Holy shit. Yeah, no, I'm almost of the mind that I think Better Call Saul, I like it more than Breaking Bad, I think, maybe now.
I don't know. It is different.
Love all the talking.
And, the characters are... Yeah, it's more kind of subtle in the way it's... You know, it's less pulpy.
That's what I was saying. My thing about it was it's not as bombastic as like Walter being like, Jesse, we have to go and steal a nuke. It's not like that. It's like, Kim, I've got a problem. I'm going to talk about it. And then I might do something weird.
Well, yeah, that's the best thing about the show to me is his relationship with Kim. And like, we don't know how the show ends yet. So and presumably something happens just based on how he shows up in Breaking Bad. So what the fuck is going to happen in that last season? There's one more, right?
Yeah, there's one more. But they've hit like production delays, so we're probably not going to see it for still like another maybe 18 months, 2 years or something.
As long as it's good, I mean, I can wait.
Yeah. Hotly anticipating that.
Yeah, crazy fucking good. I have a couple more, but to be honest, I'll shout out BoJack Horseman. It ended again early this year. Very fitting end for that show, but the memory is so vague because it was the beginning of the year, and I've seen so much shit in between. I can't speak about it in that much detail. So, anyone else have any other TV stuff before we go to the mid break?
No.
Well, let me check the list. Nope.
Yeah, the only other one I had written down is Small Axe, which I've only seen a couple episodes from, but Steve McQueen, really good shit. Check that out.
Snorlax.
We're back up to these messages.
Hello, this is me, Augie. You do realise that there are Bebo shirts available, right? Take a look at the really cute shirts. Look in the description or under the video for more.
Hello, this is the part of the show where we shout out our Patreons over at Patron. So a big thank you to Anna McDonald, Salad549, James Pegging of a Joe, Adam McBride, Krusty Kamikaze, Take My Tender Seed to Nazareth to fertilise the sand people. Argy, that don't sell poo at Sainsbury's, you can have something else. Tonight, Doug Walker joins the hunt. Come. Hidetaka Miyazaki's unbridled foot fetish. Onion Creature. Jules Holland. Harriet Broadley. Walker told me I have AIDS. Fine, I guess you are my little Pip.
Bob.
Premium Boy, come here. Big Cheeser. James, I'm about to watch Ghost in the Shell tonight. Tally ho. I hope it's the good Ghost in the Shell. Short names. Wow. I will not sit idly by while a dragon blows my load. I'm the predator of the cringic that is hiding. Ravid Dollis. The Dupster, aka Jim, stop staring at my wingy. I play as a Khajiit for its inherent boost to sneak, and the increased unarmed melee damage. I swear to God, I'm not a furry, please. Dobby has £0 on his Xbox. Bushy Bumnut. Begging your pardon, noble team. That Bush. KSI, please stop wearing my mother's wedding dress. Imported guest. Wang Packer, the premium toy. Lego Ninjago Season 2, Episode 5. Is it really special juice? Quick, to the dandelions. Thomas Buranek, Review Tech Delta Halo. James, I'm ordering you. Nate's minifigs. James, men's have 11, women's have 2 house.
Big thanks to the patron on Patreon. Squidward Tennis Balls 011 IE2. Mr. Cheesy Watsits, that crunch on its head 1000. J. Cole fucking sucks. I am ordering you to surrender that fillet of fish. Bob Loblaw's Hobgoblins. The Ultimate Max Rebo fan, aka fucking no more AKAs. Can I get a douche? Cobalt Red.
Douche.
I will not. Is that what that is? I will not stand idly by while a dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Fart shit. Drain my cock, Johnson. A new hand touches the beacon. Listen, hear me. My ancestors are smiling at me, Review Tech Tamriel. Can you say the same? Who devours United Front Ian Beale #Beald? Former UFC strawweight champion, contender, Joanna, I can't pronounce it. The Cabal Centurion opened up and Destiny funny hilarious. Blade Runner 2077. Dirk Squirtley. Croaky. Tried pasta and beans. It was as shite as the rest. Apong Krell and Dexter Jetster family Christmas ASMR. Alex accidentally walks in on James and Jim making out intensely. Ruben screams. Lovely sweaty MILF tits all for you, James Uwu. Doctor, please help me. I'm a floppy boy down below and my wife wants a divorce. Jack. Tom Fudging Armstrong. Do you get to the Swindon district very often? Hi, honey. I'm home from the future. Cosmic mapping. Go around and say which Brooklyn Nine-Nine character is your favorite. I just want to hit stop here for a moment. What are your thoughts on when the people make requests of us in the middle of the names? Like, what do you do? Do you fulfill the request? It's cheeky.
I mean, if it's
there's
funny
a Reddit
enough.
section. Yeah, I mean, there's like they could ask that question on Reddit.
Yeah,
I guess
true.
So, shampoo for my real friends, real poo for my sham friends. I'm going to get a detailed back piece tattoo of Argy, and you can't stop me. Aaron Kavanagh. Some may call this junk. Me, I call him David Wallace. Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. T Noble Doble. Michael Mann 2000. Stephen is human.
Thank you to Connotada. Butter me up some porn on the cob. David Wallace. Cassia fucking Manigan. Short stinky username sad face. The Hateful Eight is Tarantino's second worst film after Death Proof. Fuck you.
What?
Ooh.
Thomas Martin. Evan Pierce. Missed Noble tutorial needed. Quahog Police Department supports gamers. Quebec Films. Chris Warren. Stinker. Aura. Cool Dip Chip. Keck Flexingham. Numa Banana. Ben. Fartbag. George Kenwood Parker. Dragonborn, was it your ma or pa that was the dragon?
Fuck.
Fiddle. Dreamawful 2142. The gorillas from Sing go on holiday to Swindon. Rutro Raggy. Raimi is going Reest of Roy. Fiona Gorman. Please look up the movie Caveman. Seriously, it's bonkers, and it has Ringo Starr as a caveman. Tomcat. King Kong Fan 3. David Wallace. Ethan Height. Penis pump user 25, and I use this as a world record for epic. That's what South Swindon sounds like. William Knowles. Acolyte. The normal patron. Minger with a hard R. Gabriel Ledge.
Big thanks to Danny G. Base Lord, Review Tech Grips Dibidosa, Edgy Erica, No Read Full Name, I'm Sad, Mario Judah curated the Death Stranding soundtrack. Check out Nate's minifigs on Instagram. Dwayne the Rock Johnson, Ferdia Pleeman, Sam Buckley aka Review Tech Swindon. I have the Super Mario Galaxy fetish of crawling around on a giant bee. Doritos, Cheetos, or Fritos. Sam. I tried being pissadic once. Worst 5 minutes of my life. Fuck. I challenge you to League of Legends top lane. Adam Johnston. Tom Weiss. Juan Hernandez. Jam. Shout out to all the other Patreon creators confused by these names. Joel Stewart. Ruben's Moldovan son. Luggy Bear. James's Jizzajik. Connie Reed. Jake White. Big Whoops. The Jar Media Patron name reading is the greatest microtransaction scheme ever conceived. Gremblo. Ollie Miles. Big Cheese. Kuta Panda. 10110. Canada Stone. Lucy Tai is an Asian anal queen. Local units. All units. Randy Ruins Patreon. Pip.
Pop.
Boy.
Don't you run from me, little wig oi. Katia fucking Manigan. And finally, David Wallace. Thanks for the support, everybody.
Mwah.
I've been doing some thinking, and you know when you put a meat in some marinade?
So imagine a...
Jamie, can you please stop doing that? How many fucking,
I like
how
it.
many cheeseburgers does it cost for you to just never do that again? I will buy you a cheeseburger every week if you never do that ever again. Doesn't matter what cheeseburger
Ooh,
it
that's
is,
quite a good
just
offer.
never do it ever again.
Yeah, but I really like doing it.
I don't know.
What do you like doing, Jim?
Don't
Do you
do
not
it.
know?
Don't do it.
No, I
Don't
don't really
do it.
hear.
I hate both of you.
So imagine a Pepsi and like chewing gum. You know, if you drop like chewing gum in an empty can of Pepsi or Coke, like I used to do that. So imagine that, right? But it's like a marinade for meat. You marinate, you put some chicken in it, and you marinate that chicken in Pepsi chewing gum water.
More like a marinade for feet, if you know what I'm saying.
Let's get into it.
James, you want to introduce the second half then? We're going to start with music, so.
From?
Okay.
Where did that come from? Just to do that?
It comes from nowhere.
Oh.
Don't say that, James. Don't fucking
Jamie, I'll say it, and I'll say it on the cast.
Damn.
Ooh.
I'm in 100% dark chocolate. Give me a second.
Oh, what do you think?
It's just like eating powder.
Sand. It's sand.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible, isn't it?
No, I
It's
love
nasty. Oh, really?
it. Yeah.
So you're anti-Anakin. You love sand. You love eating sand.
I love fucking lead cooking stars, which I still have left over from Christmas.
Okay, give me a second. Ready? Okay. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good evening. Or maybe good night. This is the second half of the show where we will continue with our roundup. And let's kick it off with music. So Alex, what have you got noted down?
Song Machine, Gorillaz.
Yes.
Has to be mentioned. Humans wasn't for everyone. It was not really the comeback project everyone kind of wished for.
Sorry, I'd
them.
argue Humans isn't for anyone.
Yeah.
Andromeda
Ironically,
is
it's called
good.
humans as well, and yeah, it's for not
for
a singular
aliens.
human. Yeah.
Yeah, it's aged by some of the like lyrical stuff too. There's so many like references to Trump and shit, and it's like,
There
god
are-
damn it, like
Certain years are just so guilty of like, yeah, if you reference that year in your media, you've aged your thing.
Yeah.
Certain years are so
Instantly,
much
yeah.
worse than others, and 2017 is a bad year to be referencing.
yeah, because of course like Plastic Beach is obviously about like environmental stuff, but it's hidden within like, you know, clever lyrics and metaphors and whatnot. But Humans is just so like overt. The like end of the world motif thing they were going for. I get it. It does. A lot of the songs sound like like apocalyptic, but fuck, dude, it's a bit much. But what's it called? The Song Machine. While it's not the most cohesive album in terms of like a theme going throughout it, I like every song on it. Even the ones that I didn't really like as much as singles, I think, on the album, I just like the whole thing.
He likes every song, even the songs he doesn't like.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't like the, what was it called?
Friday the 13th?
Yeah, I wasn't mad on that one, but I really like that song now.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one with the fucking like reggaeton type dude in it? Is that one?
Wagwan, brother. Ding, ding,
Oh,
ding.
no, that's not the one.
Ding, ding. Yeah, that one.
Is that? Oh no, that was thinking of a different one. Oh, I like the Wagwan Brother one.
What? No,
Yeah,
One Brother
yeah.
is that Friday?
No, that's not Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it is.
Friday the
No,
13th.
it's
Oh. Which one's Friday the 13th then?
the reggae one.
I'm all
Yeah, the one that's like
Oh, I'm getting confused then.
Octavian. Yeah, that's the one. It is the one I was thinking of. I don't like that one, but I haven't listened to the album like for a month.
Yeah, I'm taking a bit of a break from it now because I've listened to it so much.
Yeah, same.
But it's one of those albums where it is hard to choose a favorite for me, which I think is a good sign.
Yeah, I like as well how every song has a feature, but it doesn't feel like Gorillaz where it just isn't Gorillaz anymore. You know?
Mhm.
Sorry, did I say Humans? Because Humans felt like
Yeah.
it wasn't really a Gorillaz album. Whereas this,
Yeah, it's
like,
it's a hard thing to like describe, like what makes it Gorillaz, because everyone just like kind of simplified it when Humans came out to it doesn't have enough Damon on it, but I think the problem was a bit deeper than that.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
more to it. Than
Mhm.
that. Way more to it than that, actually.
Yeah, the features crazy good. I think I have it about on par with like Plastic Beach, kind of tiering. Obviously it's still the recency bias and everything. We'll see, but like Désolé, you got the Slow Tie one. So many interesting features in that classic Gorillaz way, where it's like I probably never would have heard some of these artists if they weren't on these songs, but now I'm like into them.
I think Valley of the Pagans is the best song on it. I could just point to
Really?
one. I'd be like, yeah, Valley of the Pagans. Yeah, there were lyrics in it that I really enjoyed, like the one about having 100 million Viagra tablets, just shit like that. I'm like, yeah, that's a funny line.
Yeah, it is a really good Gorilla song, that one. I weirdly like Simplicity. I think it's on the extended like version. I don't know what it is about that song. It like whisks me away.
Does it give you a kiss on the tummy?
Gives me a kiss on my hole.
Ooh.
It actually made me go back and re-listen to Self-Titled, like Gorilla Self-Titled, because
I did keep seeing you listening to that.
Yeah, I'm like obsessed with that album. It's really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
I'd completely kind of slept on it. It's so interesting, and it does what Humans like was going for much better with that kind of feel, because it has the whole, you know, Clint Eastwood and the zombie shit and the undead, and you know, it just sounds kind of gross and grimy, but it really works with the way the album like goes.
That album about Song Machine, fuck.
Song Machine. I'm just so happy it was really good.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Where's it gonna go next?
Yeah, I was worrying that Gorillaz was dead, and this has made it so they're definitely not dead.
I will say I wish the music videos were a bit better, because they're nowhere near on par for me as the kind of older stuff I remember. There's no like Melancholy Hill tier music video for Song Machine IMO, but you know, limitations of COVID and everything. The new one was quite good though for Lost Chord. It came out on on Christmas Eve, I think. And they go back to Plastic Beach and stuff. I thought that was cool.
I saw that existed. I haven't watched the music video though.
Ruben, throwing out there.
This year, the best album to come out. Last year, sorry. The best album to come out was Alfredo by Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist. And
wait, that was
I'll be
2020.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. Freddie Gibbs is a rapper that it took me a while to get into him. Probably going as far back as 2017, listening to You Only Live Twice. Just sort of enjoying it because I guess trap was like a sort of a thing, and I guess I sort of tried more in 2017 to like get into anything that was sort of just what rap was in 2017. Rap that wasn't Kendrick Lamar in 2017, I guess. And then you know, some time goes by, and then I listen to there's Pinata, and there's Alfredo, and there's Bandana. There's his three sort of like big collab albums. I feel like I'm missing one, but Alfredo is his second album with The Alchemist, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's the first. No, it's the second one. It is the second one. I'm not sure how to describe it, but we were having this conversation, myself and Junior, the other day, just about, I like when rap songs they have guitars in, you know, have a guitar and a drum kit.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's okay. You can do that, you know, if you've got the resources. Obviously, I understand that producing beats I'm not being like, I don't want to sound like a snob or anything. I'm not like against that. I'm not, it's more real. It's not that. I just really like the noises that guitars make. That's sort of it.
Yeah, it adds a certain depth, doesn't it?
And Alfredo is really excellent. I think Jim's only just sort of been listening to it a bit in the last sort of few days, because I was like, you listen to Freddie Gibbs. I just recommended it. Freddie Gibbs is he's fucking really good. And he has a big catalogue now.
A specific song from Alfredo is God is Perfect. That was like an instant, the second I heard it, I was like, this song's amazing. Added to my playlist.
Nice,
and shit.
to listen to this.
For me, it's Baby Shit, my favorite song on it. So, I mean, if anyone that else was listening to it, I don't know what more to say. You know, I hope that some people are happy to hear that I'm acknowledging Alfredo as the best album of 2020. Did it even come out? Now I'm doubting myself. No, it did. It definitely came out in 2020.
I mean, you'll know better than me. I just I thought it was 2019 for some reason.
No, definitely 2020.
No, it says here 2020. Yeah, it
sure.
is.
I'm not going fucking mad.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm
It
sorry.
made me doubt myself then. I was just thought like, wait, time is such a mess. Did it come out in 2020? It was one of those moments for me. It was a funny and epic moment.
Speaking of funny and epic moments,
Yeah, say an album that's funny and epic.
RTJ.
I laughed
Yeah.
so much.
Okay, maybe not funny,
Yeah,
but
that's on mine.
it's pretty fucking epic. It's probably still my album of the year, even with Song Machine being a thing.
Yeah, I think I'm there with you.
It just
I
hit
do
at
think it's
that
their best album.
perfect time. Everything came together. Yeah, man, that shit was good.
I think what I liked about Alfredo, actually, just in comparison, was that it wasn't challenging anything crazy necessarily. There are some darker samples on it, but yeah, I think that's what I liked about Alfredo so much, was that I was just like, man, I'm really enjoying this, and I'm not thinking about anything awful, which is nice.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it can be a bit much, especially when that album dropped. It was like one of the worst points of the year, you know? James, you have one you want to throw out there?
I have got a few. This year I had a little bit of a craze with grime, and I listened to two artists in particular. One being, he dropped his debut album this year, and that's Dutchavelli. Really aggressive style, production is great, like him a lot. And the other was, I went back and listened to the entire discography of Stormzy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know
cool.
what I can say about that. Like, so good. There's so many good albums there and good songs that I can't even go into it in the time we have.
Just consistently good beat choice, things like that.
Yes.
Not necessarily challenging, like really broad political themes all the time. Just like good beat choice, Stormzy sound, passionate on the beat. Yeah,
it's good. And obviously, this was a year where I looked like a fucking idiot because I started listening to Tame Impala, and I like it.
Oh no, James!
Damn, it actually happened.
What have you become?
Yeah,
that was on my list. The Slow Rush. It's not challenging, as you're saying. It's one of those kind of albums.
Yeah.
It just has some like bangers on it.
There's two songs in particular where I just recycled them constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Deeper, I think is called, and
Breathe
the other
Deeper,
one.
yeah.
Yep. But I just couldn't stop. Like I got hooked to them. Had to listen to them every day without fail. And just that
It
whole
does also
album.
have that really good song about his dad on it. That one's really good.
But that whole album is
Posthumous Forgiveness.
Yeah, that's the one.
That entire album is so good. So, in terms of music, I haven't really but RTJ4, but like we've talked about RTJ4. Like,
Yeah, we've joked off a lot.
So I don't want to mention that. And besides that, there really isn't much. I listen to a bit of Tupac, just normal music that you kind of listen to, but nothing in particular besides the ones I have mentioned.
Jim?
Yeah, I've got some albums I sort of discovered, or even rediscovered this year. So going along from the RTJ thing, rap music by Killer Mike.
Oh yes, yeah, that's especially good. Obviously,
First time they collaborated.
Yeah. And you can so tell. It's got that LP charm.
Yeah, and it's equally as good as like all the quality RTJ stuff, Like, if this was an RTJ album, it would probably be my favorite.
It has arguably one of the best RTJ songs, being Reagan.
Yeah, that song is just ridiculously good. I just love when someone, like, even Killer Mike doesn't have the biggest voice, compared to other rappers in terms of like clout, I guess. But just when people talk about what they believe in and you know,
They really do
politically,
believe in it.
whatever. Yeah,
And
and
stay consistent too.
yeah, exactly. But instead of just rapping about the fucking lame shit,
The BMW, the drip.
Yeah,
the Gucci.
all their drip, yeah. Instead of rapping about all their drip, it just feels inherently more powerful because of what he's saying. On top of that, LP's production is just awesome.
Sometimes you drip so hard, you drown.
Exactly.
Fuck. I'll throw one out there. An artist I'm completely obsessed with now. I discovered in lockdown, I think. I've known of him ever since GTA 5. Oh Sheet, It's X, I think, is Thundercat's song in that game.
Yeah.
But he released his album It Is What It Is in 2020, and that's kind of what got me to just go back and listen to his whole discography. Sorry. Yeah, awesome. He's quite a character, like the way he dresses and everything, and his lyrics and stuff, like Dragon Ball Do-Rag. He's like such a like 90s dork and everything, but fuck me, can he play the bass? Holy shit, it's so cool. Yeah, I think I like Drunk more than It Is What It Is, but it's still a really good album. I would recommend.
Ultra Mono by Idols. Somehow they reached new levels of like noise not thought possible. Like when I say that the production on it is incredible, I mean that I just can't believe they managed to make it that loud without losing anything. It's just,
What do you mean by loud?
you know, you think like surely this song has reached its like, you know, its level. This is the highest point we're going to get to in terms of volume on this album.
Right.
And then it says no, actually, because we're going to make everything even louder, and none of it's going to peak, none of it's going to sound bad, and it's all going to be, you're going to hear every element. You know, so I guess it's mixed.
That's cool.
Really, really well, or mastered, one or the other. Look, I don't fucking do music. Mixed or mastered, one or the other. Really well, exceptionally well. And everything is really fucking loud without anything getting lost.
Nice.
It's great. You got the best track on it, War. That's the song I'd recommend from it, is War. Yeah, I got another one that I can think of. TJ4 has been spoken about, so.
Yeah, the only other ones I have are kind of artists I've either rediscovered or I don't think I've ever told the like Anderson .Paak thing on the cast before.
No, you haven't.
Because I've absorbed him through osmosis through Ruben. I think Malibu, like loads of songs from that album, like I just already knew for some reason.
Yeah, probably.
But it was because of he released Lockdown and Cut 'Em In this year, which I liked a lot. But I went back and listened to Ventura as well. Just really like his style. He's sick. And then I jumped back into LCD's sound system, because I always used to listen to just like singles, basically. I wouldn't listen to whole albums as much. But I've gone through all of their albums multiple times now, and I'm just obsessed with them all, to be honest. I really like them all. They're like so self-indulgently long almost, like their style. But I don't know, it feels like such like payoff in each song, the way they like build up, and it's really satisfying. And the last one I want to throw out is just Food, MF Doom.
Yeah.
I'd never really listened to him outside of that Gorilla song. I'd always like been meaning to, but that's one of those unfortunate things where, of course, the moment he passes away is when I happen to get really into him more. But ridiculously good.
Yeah, I listened to Mad Villainy today, actually, again. There's nothing to be said about that album that hasn't been said before, so it's a good album. I also liked Caribou's album this year a lot, Suddenly. I really liked the album.
Oh, yeah, I'd forgotten about that too.
Pleasant listening. Interesting listening.
Yeah, it is very pleasant.
It was very serene. Just in different ways.
Yeah.
That's it, though, in albums.
Any others for music? Because that's all my major ones of note. Although I didn't actually say the Anderson .Paak thing, because he's the one who says the pussy on the brain thing. Like, doesn't he feature in a song?
Yeah, he features on that song with Mac Miller.
Yeah.
And he's just the hook or the chorus. I guess it's...
Yeah, because what is the album that song is on?
I don't know the name of the album because it's a Mac Miller album and I don't listen to...
Yeah, that's
never really been a fan.
Yeah, that's why I would have missed it. Yeah. But yeah, that goes deep. That runs deep. So if we're done with music, I suppose we should wrap this up with games.
No games. We got games.
You got games.
Games.
Oh right, sorry. I thought you meant you have more music.
Yeah.
No,
do you not
no.
have... Oh right. Oh, okay, so we are moving on to music anyway.
Okay,
Yeah,
games.
Fuck.
Yes.
Shit.
Okay, fuck it then. I'm gonna start off by throwing out Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
It's kind of a long-running joke on Jar, especially with Jim, like not really liking Doom 2016 that much. And I was kind of there with him. I'm not as like negative on it as Jim, but it was just missing a certain something, and I could never really quite describe it until I played Doom Eternal. It's like this is what I wanted from this game. Maybe not like the story cutscene shit. I don't care about any of that stuff. But the actual game design and the way like that every enemy has a certain like weakness and the whole like sandbox of it, and it's so much nicer like than the 2016 one in terms of like, you know, when you fall off the map and shit, it doesn't like have to reload to like the last checkpoint and stuff like that, and finding all the collectibles is way more fun, and I just had a great time playing that. And the grapple hook too on the shotgun was like my favorite thing. It's so much fun.
Yeah, that game actually like had a gameplay system, you know, like a Doom. The first Doom, it was just the same thing. Every room, you do the same thing to every enemy. What you do is always the same. Whereas Doom Eternal, you're constantly having to actually make decisions instead of the same few. It's just like everything's been expanded in that game.
Yeah,
detail-wise.
That's what a true sequel should
It's like
be.
keys and locks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sick game.
I also played Doom Eternal this year. I was like hyped for it. You know, I'd gotten really sucked into the Doom. Just mostly the sound, the presentation of it, the soundtrack, and the style.
Mm-hmm.
I just really liked Doom's soundtrack, and I guess it made me more into just like metal and shit as a genre. So I was pretty pumped for it, and then I ended up not really being that crazy about it. I didn't dislike it. I just sort of found it. It didn't give me the feeling of the Doom Slayer that I was looking for. I was mostly just getting like annoyed by it instead of feeling like I am ripping and tearing. It was like, oh, I'm being ripped and torn.
You're ripped torn.
I was ripped torn. Rest in peace, ripped torn. But then I started it again recently, and well, I don't know. I don't think I'll finish it again for a long time. I still come away from it mostly positive. Like when I think about, yeah, you know, I like what Doom's about. I'm glad it's around. I'm glad we have Doom.
Yeah.
But we don't, obviously, we have that Doom in place of a certain other Doom now. I'll take it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well. It is time to mention the elephant in the room. Call of Duty Warzone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I won't mention my vasectomy then.
So, COD this year became a meme. Because every week, there'd be some reference to COD, the Call of Duty Corner podcast, or whatever. But the truth is, I played a fucking stupid amount of COD this year. A stupid amount. Like, I think 2 months game time.
Whoa.
I played a lot of Warzone. I played a lot of multiplayer. I burnt every season out. I completed every season. The first thing I've ever done in any game. I failed 2 Apex Legends season. I finished like 8 COD seasons. The game is still bad though, and it was not worth any of my time.
No, that is actually bullshit. I think Warzone is the second best battle royale.
Yeah,
No.
I actually thoroughly enjoyed myself with that. I mean, I was
But
always
I'll
pissed
say
off,
something.
But,
One thing. They fixed the worst part about it when nobody played the game anymore.
what was that?
C4. Warzone
Oh, they made it
C4.
so you can't throw it anywhere near as far. I remember seeing
like
that. Yeah.
I played that game a lot. There's so many good things about it, and I'm upset that Black Ops launched in like a fucking half-assed state. But there's so much that they can improve on the formula, and it's going to be a while till we get an actual good COD that's improving on the COD on Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
COD has gone in a really good direction. I hope it improves, but it was still a very fun time. And the fact that I played it so much proves that it's the first Call of Duty game since Modern Warfare 2 that's worthy of the name.
I'm with Jim in saying that it's the second best. Fucking what?
Barrier.
Battle Royale. There we go.
Yeah.
It is hard to beat Fortnite though, so we've got to be confident about it.
Yeah, I think it is the second best. In fact, when I look back on the sort of last few sort of like play sessions, I had more fun with it than I've had on all of my last few Apex sessions.
Yeah.
So
It's just the most casual.
Mhm.
Therefore, like that's always what COD has been.
I
It's just
think-
like casual, stupid shit.
One of the things that definitely does help, like I've compared the amount of times I played COD Warzone to Apex. I like Apex a lot. It's respawn. It feels great, but I've never completed a season. I've failed twice. I've completed 8 in COD. What's the difference?
8.
Yeah, I finished every battle pass in COD.
I
All
didn't
of
know. I didn't know you did all of them.
Yeah, I did.
Jesus
Whoa.
Christ! I thought you got fed up around the time we sort of stopped like playing Warzone regularly.
No, I kept playing, but like I think the casual part of COD makes battle royales more bearable because if you get sick, you can just play normal multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
It definitely helps that game, and
I
it
think it's
still
big,
is still good, still really good.
I think a big part of Warzone, not to keep on the subject of COD for too long, was it had less of the feeling of you spend a bunch of time getting stuff and you just get wiped out by the first team you encounter.
Yeah,
Because of the loadouts, which but that was also its greatest weakness was the loadouts. So but it was still
It made quite a fun cycle though of like you can level stuff up in normal multi and then move on to Warzone,
which is what Apex lacked. It lacked that compatibility with other
Well,
modes because
there's nothing else.
Yeah. But let's just hope the COD improves in the future. But this year has had a very big surprise for me. A very
What's
big
that?
surprise.
Hmm?
Multiple people here right now have played this game called Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that game is not very good. It's really uncanny. All of the characters in it are unbelievably cringy. It tries so hard to be something, and it fails. The game is just meta. The whole game, the whole online, the whole car thing, it's like an open world with no content. They're just like you put a finish line somewhere and it's not thoughtful, you know? And I've played that game a lot. So I was really pleasantly surprised when Need for Speed Heat turned out to be Forza Horizon, but really good.
Isn't that a mobile game?
No, it's the recent. They have like a.
No, you
a
said
joint
Need
one.
for Speed. Sorry, I was still thinking of Forza because didn't Forza release a mobile game?
Yeah,
or
they
something?
did. But
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yep, sorry, yeah.
This is the best Need for Speed game in a very long time.
Mhm.
Like Need for Speed out of all the games was beaten to death. So having being able to play one that feels like an actual game, and it feels like a complete package, it's been a really nice surprise. It's very fun. It's very arcadey. There's loads of customization. It's got more believable characters than fucking Forza. And it's because it's all hype beast characters. It's all just drip fucking supreme shit.
Fuck's sake.
But it was nice. It's nice having a racing game that is like that. And there's loads of... It's not the best racing games, but it's nice to have like a really arcadey game where you can just, get in a Lamborghini and get in cop chases. It's kind of nice. The industry has missed that.
The like a battle pass or anything like that?
No. It's got none of that shit. It's got
Micros?
What?
no microtransactions. It's got one DLC that's a car that's cheap. No microtransactions, no battle pass, no nothing. That's why it surprised me. It's just pure.
Yeah.
It's an old school game, and it's really good for that reason.
Well, yeah, it sounds very reminiscent of the PS2 era. Like you said, get in a Lamborghini, drive away from police.
Yeah.
That's really PS2 era.
It's like it's got these. During the day you have these daylight races, and it is Horizon basically. It's the Horizon Festival. But in the night you get these fucking intense police chases. It's like you get these two opposites that really complement each other,
Horizon's
and it's
very
done well.
safe.
Yeah.
It's very safe. That's why they have the
Doesn't it have all
festival.
the stuff you can miss?
Yeah, there's lots of FOMO, which you've
Yeah,
said
no,
like
that's-
every time we've played recently. You've complained about FOMO content in
FOMO
Forza.
content killed. Like of all the games I play racing games the most and have throughout my life. FOMO content killed Forza for me.
Mhm.
It
Completely.
just murders every game it's put in.
Yeah.
It's so not fun.
So
It's
having
so derogatory and abusive as well to
Yeah.
play it.
Shit.
So
So just having this racing game that just feels old school just is so nice. Like I got it for £5 off EA Play, and I've started a second playthrough. When did you ever start second playthroughs of racing games?
Yeah.
I
Like
suppose never.
it's if you are a car person, you like games, I'd try it. It's just fun. It's just a little fun game. Play like 2 hours of maybe once every other day. Have a good time. Boom. And that's all. And that is what games should be. Not fucking addictions. Not every week, every day
Yeah.
battle pass. Just fun. Gaming. This is the game that's been fun. Gaming needs to be fun. And that's
Not
what
fun
means the
anymore.
most.
Jim, you got any games for us?
Cyberpunk.
Yes. Did you finish it yet? I don't even know.
Nay. I bring this
Ah.
up because it's sort of in the list for all the wrong reasons.
Ah.
Oh, really?
For now, I've given up. Normally I don't do this with games now. Like, I buy a game, especially one like that's a big deal like this. I will finish it, like, even if there are bits of it I don't like. But this, fucking hell, they screwed the pooch. They screwed it bad.
Yeah, I was thinking about trying to get a refund on my one. Because I've tried to play it a couple of times and I've just been going through the settings menu. And then I get like locked in the settings menu and I can't get out.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I just like crash, I just close the game and it's like, well, you don't want me to play it clearly, so I'm not gonna.
I've actually got a list here of of like all the reasons I wanted, like, that have built up for why I don't
Oh, please
want to
do.
play this game right now. So the first reason, not a huge deal, but just kind of annoying. The LOD when you're like driving around the map. So like the level of detail. They're like 10 feet in front of you. Shit will just load in.
It's very poor.
It's really bad, and like so you have it as well, Ruben, because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you run it at higher settings.
I installed a couple of mods that like improved certain things.
Yeah,
And then they released an update which meant that the mods didn't work anymore and the game looked worse again. So, cheers guys.
yeah. So there's that. So you can't move around the map without your immersion being broken. I mean, that's if you're driving around the map and there isn't just like cars flying around and shit like being launched.
Which I did see a few times, and as hilarious as it is, you expect that more from like GTA Online or something.
Well, yeah, you want it to be something you like initiate.
Yeah,
Like
not
the
just like
swing
you're driving
Yeah.
in
and
GTA
two
4.
cars spawn inside of each other and then flame. That it stops being funny eventually because you're just
Yeah.
a bit like, oh,
Well, because you really want to sit and get immersed in this world, but here's another one of my issues. I've noticed a weird amount of spelling errors in the menus, in the
Really?
like. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there was a perk. I can't remember the specifics, but I'm pretty sure it was a perk. And in the description of what the perk was meant to do for me, like the grammar was just wrong. So I didn't really understand what it did. You know,
Oh.
this just reeks of like a foreign game that is not ready to be out.
Mm-hmm.
Bloody foreigners. Bloody hell.
I mean, yeah, but no, there's another annoying glitch where like you just can't pick up loot, or it just stays on the screen after you've picked it up. And possibly the most annoying one for me is the constant FOV changing. The field of view will there'll be like a cutscene, or you talk to someone, it changes the FOV, and then it's meant to go back to what you've set it as after that conversation.
Then it won't. It just gets stuck.
It won't. You're just stuck with this tiny FOV, and the amount of times I've had to fucking like quit out or reload a save because of that exact thing, as well as other glitches, it just adds up to me saying, no, I'm not gonna play this now. I'm gonna wait.
I think you should have done what I did.
Yeah, I think I should have too, but I didn't believe it could be released in a state like this, especially after the most recent delays and stuff.
Yeah, I was really sort of convinced after that. Like, yeah, surely.
Yeah, and the most annoying thing about it though is that this isn't a shit game. There is stuff in this game like that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, no, because that's the thing. I want to give it some praise in a moment for the things it actually does do good. The thing it do good.
Yeah, you go ahead.
The things it does well. I mean, it has some very good writing. For a long time, the writing stays very good. I actually finished it, by the way. I did finish the game. I did like every major bit of side content, and I got to the end, and I had an ending. Keanu Reeves is fantastic in it, and I really enjoyed being in the world when it was working. There were times I was walking around, but the whole time, all I'm feeling is this like wistful, like, God, I wish that this didn't also look like fucking shit most of the time. Because further than just the glitches, it just isn't a very smooth looking experience compared to the experiences you've had playing like
Red Dead.
Let's say Red Dead, but obviously Red Dead obviously doesn't have as many anywhere near as many people walking around, which is a big deal in Cyberpunk. They obviously wanted a lot
I'd
of
say
people.
the city in Red Dead, like,
That's true.
it's about as dense.
It's pretty bustling.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't have an excuse. GTA 5 is about as dense.
Well,
in
yeah,
terms
GTA
of, like, the amount of people.
That was one of the games I compared it to. Was like, well, GTA 5 was promising to be very, look how crazy it looks, and that was on an Xbox 360, and they pulled it off.
Yeah.
And that's a significant downgrade in terms of what sort of like potential consoles and PCs have now. But I do think that, the writing is very good. All of the voice acting is really good. So they have all of that down. They have the story, the performances. They have a very clear, cohesive look for the game. They have these themes which sort of reveal truths, or you can just see, not so much reflected, but you can draw comparisons between things in Cyberpunk and the world now, or maybe what we think the world will be. And that element of it is really excellent. When the game is working, killing people in it is also a lot of fun. Sounds horrible, but yeah, it is. The gameplay is quite a lot of fun when it's actually working. So yeah, I think there's a lot of good there. And in a year, people will probably be calling it like the best RPG ever.
I definitely am going to finish it at some point. Like, there's too much quality there for me not to. But right now, I feel like I'm just going to be getting a worse experience. So what's the point?
Yeah.
You were saying how like you can't choose how you want your guy to look if you want like the best gear. There's like no transmog system type thing.
It's really stupid, that.
Which is really bizarre.
Yeah, it's the same as Destiny. It's lame. Too many games are doing that. Just let me...
Destiny is actually adding that. Just as a fun little...
Well, that's why I like shit like Red Dead and GTA, the way they do it. Like, it doesn't matter what the fuck you wear. You can be naked, all your stats are the same. I mean, it's kind of not true in Red Dead, but like in GTA, you can just wear whatever you want. I'd prefer to customize my dude over having like fake deep RPG shit, because you don't have a choice. when it's done like this. You go for the big number. So then what's the point of it even being a thing?
So
I
boring.
might as well just level up, you know? My health might as well increase by that amount. Yeah, it's lame.
I have a game I want to shout out.
Oh, go on then.
It didn't come out in 2020, but it's probably the best game I've played in years.
Sekiro.
Yeah,
Holy
bye.
fuck. What a crazy good game. I feel like so accomplished playing that game. Because I played it earlier in the year and kind of hit a roadblock and couldn't beat a boss and just gave up. But I started the game again and just like whizzed through it because I had all the muscle memory from that first playthrough. It's like, whoa, it's like really teaches you the mechanics extremely well and expands on them in such a fun way. And I'm towards the end of this playthrough now, and it is just so well designed. I was never that interested in the games as much before because of the, you know, seeing all the menus and shit. I just don't care about that side of it as much. I just like the simple system just done and pushed as far as it can go within Sekiro. So incredible.
Yeah, I've spoken enough times on Sekiro, I think, on Jarcasts. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite games of all time. I'm really glad you're finally getting around to finishing it, potentially.
Yeah, and the art direction and the design of everything is so sick.
Yeah, I don't think there is a single bad thing about that game.
No. Yeah, I haven't really come across anything I would point out in terms of that kind of stuff. I'll also shout out Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Oh yeah, that was this
I
year.
really liked the first one. Yeah, that was this year. It was a little bit of a cyberpunk situation, obviously nowhere near as bad.
Well, actually, I did stop playing that game because of how poorly it was running on my Xbox.
So that's what I mean.
never got around to finishing it.
Yeah, it did run really badly and wasn't quite ready, but now it's all patched up. You can play it in the form it's meant to be. Really fun, fucking beautiful. Music as well. Gareth Cocker. He's doing some Halo music as well. I think he's really talented. Really fun to like speed run. I got all the achievements in it and everything. Awesome game.
Yeah, going along from Sekiro a little bit, another game based in Japan, Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yeah, I forgot you played that.
I really, really like Ghost of Tsushima. I think it's PlayStation's best, the best exclusive on PS4. Maybe not including Bloodborne, but I never finished that game. Yeah, it's a game where I was actually engaged in all aspects of it, and for an open world game that's relatively cookie cutter, for them to make that adjustment of navigating the map with the wind, so like you swipe up on the PlayStation controller and it blows wind in the direction that you've got to be going in. That's so much better as like a guiding tool instead of a dotted line on a map.
Yeah,
Yeah, you actually look at your environment.
Just make the comparison to Assassin's Creed Odyssey or something. Which
Yeah,
is a game
exactly.
that fucking blows.
Or even Cyberpunk. So that aspect grabbed me, and the way a bunch of the side quests are like implemented is through visual stuff. I mean, not side quests, but side activities. Like you'll notice a fox, and then you follow the fox, and you get an upgrade thing. And that's another thing. All the side content, like it makes you want to do it because it really benefits you in the gameplay. And on top of that, I found the story actually really engaging. So yeah,
So it has all the things you'd want from an Ubisoft game, but they never quite get right. It's like
exactly.
they did one of those really well.
No, it seems like Sony made like a game like that for all kinds of people. Like for the dinosaur people, you got your what's that game called?
Horizon.
Robot Dinosaur
Horizon.
Zero Dawn.
Horizon, Zero Dawn.
If you like superheroes, you got Spider, Aloy, etc., etc.
Spider Aloy. It's my fucking favorite game, Spider Aloy.
Of Tsushima.
Of War. Fuck.
Anyone got any more games? Because I played less games and everything else.
Flight
so-
Simulator was released, and that's just an incredible.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind of incredible that they managed to make
Tech
that.
showcase, yeah.
Yeah, nuts. Especially if you. Like, I really liked the idea of flying stuff in any game ever since I was really young. So, Flight Simulator was like a chance for me to get back to that. It was like the first, because when you're a kid, it was like, oh, wow, even when it's something like shit. But this was the first time that as an adult that I was like, wow,
Mhm.
that's really
It
good.
is so impressive.
I'm actually impressed. And yeah, I obviously can't play all the time. It's not one of those games, but it is excellent. Trying to think here, Death Stranding. There's something that I've not gotten crazy far in yet, but I think I'm going to really like. I am really liking it so far, more than I thought. I thought I was going to run into like, oh god, with it, but no.
I think it's the worst amazing game I've ever played.
Great.
What do you mean?
Or the best awful game I've ever played. I don't like the story.
Like,
Yeah,
does it
that's the
even
thing,
count as a
like-
game? 'Cause I don't know if it does, man.
The gameplay is getting to places, but you see the thoughtful is the active word with this game. Like every action you do has to be somewhat calculated. You can never really.
It's exhausting playing it because of that. I'm
Yeah.
constantly worn out by it, but yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, because it's so beautiful and you're going through these like jaw-dropping environments, it's sort of tranquil as well. It's like a meditative process playing and doing some like missions in that game.
I mean, for me, a lot of my experience has been like, I'm really enjoying just traversing this landscape and, you know, putting ropes down for people as I go and ladders and stuff. I really hope there's not a BT. Oh, there's a BT encounter. That's how the game's been going for me.
But I mean that works.
Well, yeah, because
in an immersive way.
Yeah, and it adds to the constant. You have to be thinking the whole time.
Yeah.
Thinking consciously about your actions, and I guess that's this whole theme was about connecting people, consciously thinking about our world and our environment and others. You know, whatever that in whatever sense, others.
Yeah.
Other people.
And
yeah.
And that's another thing. Like the story is stupid and pretty poorly told, but the way it looks and I don't know, the actors just seem to be kind of like into it, and they don't really care about being like kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, they got no issues with it.
Yeah, I just really think that game is special.
Yeah, and my final funny little thing for games. I don't think I have anything else. I mean, Mario 3D All Stars came out. That was a nice little trip down memory lane. But,
yeah.
Watch Dogs Legion came out, and I haven't played it, but I remember being told. Maybe I'll get in trouble for that. Anyway, my friend is in it. One of my friends is in Watch Dogs Legion as a podcast host. One of my professors from university. Yeah, he was in it. It's really weird. And yeah, the game fucking sucks. But he's in it. Oh yeah.
Look.
So that was just a little 2020 haha moment that I wrote down. My friend was in Watch Dogs bracket lol bracket is what I wrote down on my notes.
That's funny.
No,
I know. Sorry, bro.
I saved the best game from last year till last.
Can I just say, it's 11 o'clock. I kind of need to go.
Okay.
It's fine, bro. Do you want? Just say goodnight to the Jowlings, though, bro.
Have a nice 2022. We'll catch you next time.
Where are you gonna be for a year, man? Good night.
He's gone.
He's fucking. What were you saying, sorry?
Yeah, the best game of last year. Half-Life Alyx.
Oh yeah.
Shit,
It's
yeah.
probably a true, like, in every sense, a technical leap,
Yeah,
the game,
no,
all
seriously, I'm gonna say I've played it 3 times because I've played it once all the way through and then twice like halfway through.
Mhm.
So it's something about the start of that game I just love. But man, I don't think it was just the best game of last year. I think it's like the best game. Fuck it, it's just the best game.
Damn, still, even this long after playing it
Yeah.
for the first time.
No, because it goes beyond because this is the year I tried out VR for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes beyond just the initial like, whoa, VR is cool. And it's just actually a fucking sick game. Along with me already being invested into the Half-Life franchise.
Yeah.
It gave me everything I could have possibly wanted.
Nice.
Excellent.
I mean, that's my list sort of exhausted. Don't know about you guys, if you have anything else to throw out there as we wind this down.
I think so. Yeah, Civ, we've been playing Civ recently. Civ's a cool game. That's all I got, man. That's it.
Yeah, Civ is a cool game.
Jim, is your list exhausted?
Yeah, that was... I was saving that till last because I think it was the best thing ever.
Damn.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, I know
though.
James had like something else he wanted to throw in, but yeah, it's getting late. And, I got to edit this and shit out for tomorrow as of recording this, so I think that's a pretty chunk episode. I'm happy with how that turned out. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Oh, it was pretty good. It was an epic.
I
Truly.
got through everything I was supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of a kind of episode.
Yeah, definitely.
It made me sort of...
Yeah, you can do that as much as you want now, but James is gone.
Yeah, but I don't really want to do it. I don't want to do it while he's gone.
Yeah, it's
What's
not really the same,
what's
is
the
it?
fucking point?
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Fuck. Well, thanks for listening to this. I guess it's the first cast of 2021.
Yeah.
It is.
Let's say 2020 poop poop, and we'll see you on the next one.
2020
Fuck
poop
yeah.
poop, fucking
2020 poop
2022 piss piss. 21.
Absolutely.